a bit of an odd choice. I think it would probably made more sense to call him the Witch of North, South, East, and yeah, you get the point. Especially since they'll around Oz's castle in that fashion, so it's like, why not? I don't know. Maybe it's just some kind of Japanese related decision in that. I mean, it is made by a Japanese company, you know? But then again, there was actually a Japanese animated movie that came to America that actually was more true to the original book, because the main character had silver slippers instead of red slippers. Because the original book, they were silver, but MGM for some reason wanted them to be flashier, so they made them ruby, which is actually apparently at least as far as I know, the only reason Warner Brothers basically had to give permission of that. I don't know about in Japan, but MGM owned the rights to the ruby slippers. So when Disney made that Return to Oz movie, they actually had to get permission and licensing fee and that for the ruby slippers. They could have just easily made them silver slippers, but they probably figured, well, most people have seen the MGM movie, so they'd probably be like, what the fuck? So, yeah, I could see why Disney probably did that. But, yeah, I don't really know 100% if that's the case, but since that's what the case was with Disney, I would have to assume that's the only, I mean, come on, the game barely even follows the movie alone anyway, so, I mean, aside from the characters, few little subtle references in the ruby slippers, this game could practically been about anything else. So, I don't really, because Wizard of Oz is public domain. That's why there's so many different cartoons and stuff of it. It's public domain, so, you know, there's no copyright on the story itself. So, taking your own spin on it's perfectly legal. So, you know, as long as you don't insanely 100% rip off someone else who did. You know, add your little touch, but, you know, you can still generally make it the same story. You know what I mean? But, you know, and that's kind of a more tricky copyright kind of thing. But I would overall think it's very weird if the only reason Warner Brothers has their logo and shit in this game is because of the ruby slippers. Because, if you didn't know, Warner Brothers bought out MGM's crap, if I remember correctly. They basically own everything MGM owned. So, they basically acquired that license of the ruby slippers. So, some more little cat hoods. This place is pretty big, I tell you. Pretty easy to get lost. I'm waiting for it to make one that goes in a giant circle 500 times and gets you lost, or even more like that. And we get more coins. Give Pixie a little affection. Good. I think they really undermined the use of Dorothy's dog in this. I mean, really, why didn't they make it useful at all? I mean, seriously. You could have made all kinds of different ideas. It could have been one of the fighters. Give you a 5th part number. It could have been, yeah, that was what I was afraid of. Yeah, if you're familiar with Dragon Quest or Dragon Warrior related monsters, you would happen to know a very common monster is a rock monster that likes to self-destruct. I guess I shouldn't call myself surprised on that one. But yeah, I figured I didn't want that happening again, especially if I have a lot of characters out. Especially since I'm running low on potions, and I didn't want to use a lot of my magic, because when I go for bosses, I generally like to try and conserve magic. But this game's pretty easy, so it's probably not really that necessary, to be honest. I mean, you can buy the magic item and stuff now, so I just don't really have a large stock of them. I think I only have 3 of them. The ones you found or owned from anything. I don't think I haven't bought any of them. And Cool Ghosts. Cool Ghost ain't really much of an improvement over its previous predecessor. Not really that big of a improvement. But still, Dorothy can miss him some, so a bit of 50-50. But as you see, I decided to take a roll with Atticus. Like I said before, I just find it kind of weird, with basically with the Atticus, basically with the Tin Man's, the big hoods. The big hoods hit really hard here, so be a little on the fence on that. I used the Tin Man here to, basically defend ourselves. Now the Tin Man did sometimes one-shot him for me, and other times he didn't. So, but massive experience, 400 experience, very nice. Could potentially use those to grind a few levels, extra levels. But anyway, what I was saying is when I was talking about how I find Dorothy's ghost type ability, that she's supposed to be stronger against ghosts. I find it really iffy anymore because, well, a lot of other killers can do more damage to it than she can to ghosts most of the time, so a lot of times I just don't see the giant usage in using Dorothy all the time. Definitely with the Tin Man and that, but I don't know. But then again, I used his special moves, so I still like the combat system, though. I like the interesting idea of pulling killers in and out like that. That is a very nice idea. I really like that. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, crystal, and there's some treasure. Treasure is always good. No. Most of the time. Sadly, I am a little disappointed. Wheel morality, torn from and tell us what we should own. A high potion. Boo. I tell you, they need to do a lot more to get stuff, I don't know how to say, how could I say, basically, I don't know, I just wish, there was a little more strategy to the fighting. I mean, it's overall, I like the idea of the combat system, but they made it pretty simplified and easy, so it's not like it's insanely hard or challenging. But, I just feel like Dorothy's, ghost type thing's a little off. I think what would have been really interesting by this point if they gave him weapons that had you could alter the, maybe give the Scarecrow a weapon that makes him good against ghosts and vice versa, the other killers and stuff. Could kind of change that up a little though. I don't know, Big Hood for now 400, yum. Tell you, really good experience though. And no coin, always good, because yeah, you want to get a lot of coins, a lot of crap, and again from the future, the new items in the shop are like 40 something. We got a flame here, and we can't do anything with it. I try all the ghosts, nothing happens. It's pretty obvious you need a water spirit to access that, so it's a little thing. But only time will tell for that. And we got the gate that's most likely what's attached to it, since I never opened that one. Ooh. Ooh. Terribly pardon. Terribly sorry, pardon me. Yeah, getting lost around here. But hey, at least it has a nice tune. And cool ghosts. I mean, who wouldn't want to hang out with cool ghosts? They probably keep the air nice and cool for you while you're at the beach. Yeah, we're getting there, though. We're getting there. You know, the thing I find weird is, we found, what, 2 pieces of gear in chests, not counting backtracking spirit areas, which, if I count those, I think would be up to 5 then. I find the lack of finding gear in the dungeons kind of off. I think they kind of missed the opportunity to throw in some interesting gear that could, well, mix it up some. Oh well. What can you do? Well, you can fight Big Mouth again, but the odds are he's just going to want Smurfs. I mean, he is a big mouth. And more levels. Of course, the magical of leveling up. Woohoo! And a coin. Yeah. I think at this point, I had like 3 gold crystals. And we get a Witch Oma. Yeah, as far as I can tell, nothing around here poisoned. And at least nothing did poison me. Oh man, I'm awfully yawny all of a sudden. Pardon me. Yeah, luckily not too many of the enemies are that threatening though, luckily. Could have been a lot worse. The boss will be kind of interesting. No losing though, so it went alright. Mostly if you're doing this all in one through though, unless you have a lot of potions or that. There is a restore fountain in here, by the way. Just to give you a heads up on that. And it is kinda in a convenient spot. Not completely convenient, but not so out of the way, because if I remember correctly, the previous one was pretty out of the way, so this one not so out of the way, but it is a little out of the way. Stupid fish. Jellyfish. And a little more healing. I think I'm using the last of the potions I have here. What was I using? Yeah, I still have potions. It's still healing 50. Yeah, I think I pretty much used the last few I had. Why, it was really, really low. I'll probably go farm a few of those. Because to be honest, buying the potions is kind of pointless. Well, unless you happen to have a lot of money. But I mean, you can steal them all from pretty basic enemies with really high chances. Even the high potions you can steal. Which I might just go steal high potions. But either way, what I'm saying is I probably will steal them, not buy them. Not a whole lot of point in doing that. But yeah, that was a crystal, and then I think here I was trying to remember if there was another path or not. I think. Was there another path? Now I can't even remember before. Oh, yeah.